I woke up this morning from the strangest dream. It was the biggest crowd that the Footy show has ever seen. Oh. And we're marching as one on that road to the Holy Grail.
Woke up this morning from the strangest dream. I was in the biggest army the world has ever seen. We were marching as one on the road to the Holy Grail. Started out seeking fortune and glory. It's a short song, but it's one hell of a story. When you spend your lifetime trying to get your hands on the Holy Grail. Well, have you heard about the Great Crusade? We ran into millions, but nobody got paid. Then we raised four corners of the road for the Holy Grail. All the locals scattered, they were hiding in the snow. And we were so far from home, so how were we to know? There'd be nothing left to plunder when we stumbled on the Holy Grail. We were full of beans, and we were dying like flies. And those big black crows, they were circling in the sky. And you know what they say, yeah, nobody deserves to die. But I've been searching for an easy way to escape the cold light of day. I've been high and I've been low, but I've got nowhere else to go. There's nowhere else to go, and I'm down on my hands and knees. You gotta take it in. Let's go.
your host, Eddie Maguire.
It's more than a game. It's more than a game. Oh, the fortune thing. It's more than a game. It's more than a game. It's more than a game. It don't ring the plane. It's more than a game. It's more than a game. More than a game. Well, the fortune of fame. It's more than a game. It's more than a game. It's more than a game. Well, the fortune of fame. It's more than a game.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Footy Show. And what a big year it has been in football. 12,000 people here tonight because we're here for the one day in September when St Kilda take on the Adelaide Crows. Ladies and gentlemen, what a show we've got in store for you tonight. Let's welcome our first panel, as usual, and one of the unluckiest men in the country tonight. But what a champion he was here at training tonight. Let's hear it for Peter Spider Everett. Spider, mate, welcome to the Footy Show.
Yeah, thanks. Great to be here.
Oh, what about training tonight? You were sensational there. We might have a little bit of a look at the vision tonight. Spider down at Moorabbin, 12,000 people down there. What was it like being out at training tonight, mate?
Magnificent. It was, a crowd like this, and you ran out there, and they all rose to the occasion. It was absolutely beautiful. It's a wonderful time to be in football, and you can't explain it. It's magnificent.
It is indeed, mate. How close were you to getting through?
Well, if they draw this weekend, I'm probably 80-20 next week.
So you missed by a week.
1 week, Eddie.
All right, mate. And the boys, they ready to go? Tell your fans, are you ready to win the flag?
Yeah, they're pumped and they're ready.
All right. Sitting alongside the Spider, last year's Brownlow medalist. He's had a terrible year with injury this year, but he'll be back in form for the Bombers next season. Let's hear it for Jimmy Hurd. Ready?
Eddie, how are you?
Mate, you know what it's like to win in September. It's a great week, isn't it?
It is a great feeling, Ed. I think, Spider's probably the only one that wants to draw. I think everyone at footy would like a result, but just a huge week in footy, and this weekend will be the climax.
And ladies and gentlemen, the skipper of the Hawthorn Football Club, the second greatest goal kicker in history. Let's hear it for Jason Dunstall.
Well, isn't it great to get booed by 10 or 15,000 people?
Well, it's down this week, is it?
Well, I think James got more boos than I did this week. They're turning on him.
They're starting to turn.
It's a very exciting time of the year. The last two teams in it, it's been a huge build-up. Everyone's talking about the grand final. And wouldn't you like to be overseas at the moment? I just want to get away from it.
It's fantastic. This is what it's all about in football. Ladies and gentlemen, as usual, behind the bar tonight, let's hear it for Trevor Marmalade.
Well, mate, what can you say? We're battening down the hatches here. We're getting ready as herds, swarms of them come across the border like the plague across to Victoria. And one thing about the Adelaide invasion, it is unsavoury, but it is very well timed.
Yes.
In that here in Victoria, we don't have to hand in our automatic weapons till Tuesday.
It started early tonight on the Footy Show, grand final edition, as you can see. No chair, or there's a chair, but no one in it. A lot of people have been speculating whether or not Sam Newman would be part of the grand final edition show after his outrageous comments last week where he said that he would resign from all forms of the media. He certainly did resign during the week. Stop clapping up there, okay? He certainly did resign, but we have knocked his resignation back. He has been forced to eat humble crow. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sam Newman! Sammy, how humiliated do you feel?
How silly is that, Ed? How silly is that?
Well, mate,
Someone said, you got a peacock. I said, what do you think? I squirted out my navel. There we go.
mate, after all the drama you've been
Like my
through,
feet?
what do you think about them? Yes, the feet are magnificent. What do you think about the Crows? They finally made it through. You said that they couldn't do it. They're there.
We'll have a lot to say about that later, Ed. We couldn't even contemplate what would happen if they got up. We're going to think about it while we're sitting here listening to you.
Well, mate, you can't go on too much longer like that. Go and get changed. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more on the Footy Show right after this. Let's have a look at some of the friends we've made during the year.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you. When the rain starts to pour, I'll be there for you. Like I've been there before. I'll be there for you. So there for me too.
It's more than a game. It's more than a game.
Welcome back to Melbourne Park. 12,000 screaming fans in here tonight as we get set for the grand final of 1997 between the Crows and the Saints. But beforehand, we have to get through a lot of correspondence, and now it's time for Sam's mailbag.
Very, very little. Not much at all.
What?
Get on with it. Just get on with it.
This is from Justine, this is Polish, Justine Vandervelde. Or is that Dutch? What's that Dutch word?
It's Dutch, yes.
Polish, Dutch? Justine Vandervelde. In creative writing, this is from Kuirup Primary School, Ed. In creative writing this week, cretins. In creative writing this week,
Sam, sorry, Trevor.
Sorry, but look, we've got a few Kiwi Rup wits here tonight.
In creative writing this week, we had to write a letter to a famous person. I thought, who is more famous than Mr. Newman, who runs the Footy Show? That's what it's got here, Ed.
Yeah, you were right the first time about the cretins, Sam.
I thought that would piss you off. My mum likes you too. She says you are a bit rude, but she still laughs like crazy at some of the bits I don't understand. I think Justine was a premature baby from an ejaculation by the same name, Ed. See if you understand that, Justine. I am glad there is not much racial abuse now. My brother said people used to call him a clogwog, but they stopped when he won the karate championship this year. My school is not open at night, so please don't ring. So that's that. Now, you remember that smaller cretin that wrote from Camperdown, which is and he just had his name and address and nothing else on the A4 paper?
That's right.
This is his teacher. Now, this is Polish Week. This is from Ben Vanderkamp. Ben Vanderkamp. Dutch. Oh, sorry, Dutch Week, yeah. He's a teacher at St Patrick's Primary School. On behalf of St Patrick's Primary School and Stephen Fitzgerald, Stephen was the small cretin that wrote it in, I am writing to object to your treatment of our student. You truly are an idiot and a cretant, C-R-E-T-A-N-T, to use your words. He deliberately left the letter blank knowing that you would pounce on it and mention it. I'm also certain that the children at our school would like to demonstrate what they can do with A4 sheets of paper. I have paid good money for seats. Now, this is the part, Ed. I've paid good money for seats for the grand final footy show this Thursday, but it really hurts me and wonder if it's worth going all the way down to Melbourne just to listen to your bullshit. Now, is Ben Vanderkamp in the crowd? Is he the teacher? Ben's spelt cretin, C-R-E-T-A-N-T. You can verify that. Up there, eh, Ben? Just a minute. Up there, Ben. Where are you? Put your hand up.
Sammy, up the back. Under the forward sign.
Under the forward sign.
Yeah. That's okay, got the bad seats.
Yeah. Don't tell me he doesn't look like a Pollock.
He's Dutch.
He's Dutch lock. Not only are you constantly, this is from Mrs. S. Atkinson from Woodville, not only are you constantly criticising Adelaide, but now also Channel Rex and Talking Footy, hosted by Bruce McAvaney. Their show recently won an award, which you obviously think you should have won. Surely you both, that's you and me, don't consider yourselves to be in the same league as Bruce McAvaney.
Is that from Norwood?
Oh no, we don't consider ourselves in the same league as Bruce. Christ no. Jeez, we wouldn't be on air if we were.
Trev?
Where does that letter come from, Sam? Dorcas Street, South Melbourne?
Well, it says, yeah, exactly, could be. It says Woodville. At least Talking Footy does talk about footy.
You know where's it from? Woodville.
Woodville?
You know where Bruce is from?
Woodville? Is he?
Yeah.
He's a good bloke, Bruce. But we can assure you we do not consider ourselves in the same league at all. Your show is so critical of Adelaide football clubs and the supporters, whom you refer to as morons. And look how they've spelled cretins. I'll write it out for you. I'll write it out for you. We got time for this, Ed? What time?
We haven't really, but
this is how you spell cretin, just in case you don't know. Geez, how'd you be if I stuffed that up? Now look, that's how you spell cretin. Which one? Now, in case you're going to write in, get it right. We've got cretant and cretin, E-N. So that's... All
right. By the way, Bruce McAvaney was the football captain at Woodville High, so it might have been his old teacher.
Bloody great bloke, Bruce.
Trev?
Yeah, I've got one here. For those of us wondering about the Brisbane riddle, of course, at the start of the year, we were thinking Brisbane was certainties to win the flag because they'd merged with Fitzroy. They were so class last year. We were wondering what happened to Brisbane. I've got the solution in my hand here. A letter from a guy called James from Brisbane, and who reckons, here's the solution, it was bad luck A, we'll be better next year, but. It's actually, he's in close to joke here. It's pretty dodgy, but it's not bad.
Oh, go on, have a go. We've already had
what do you call a cute Lebanese guy?
I don't know, what do you call it?
As if.
As if.
Now, just finally,
and a special good evening tonight to all our Lebanese, Dutch and Polish friends out there in the community.
Just finally, Ed, this week, before we do the best of the lookalikes, have a listen to this for a vain hope. Melanie Brown, I wanted to ask you, as it's your grand final edition of the Footy Show, could you say hello to myself and my friends Joe, Jess, Elaine, Carly Marie and Alana, who'll be at Jess's house watching. Now, would you reckon we'd say hello to them?
No, of course not.
Of course you wouldn't.
Okay.
I mean, what a ridiculous request that is.
Lookalikes.
Starting with, the best of the lookalikes. I've got to pretend I'm not reading this, Spider. Starting with the man from the Western Galaxy, Jared Neesham, and Yoda from Star Wars. Here's the well-groomed Matthew Richardson with Chewbacca. Next is the well-read Bill Brownless with the bookworm. And here's our own bit of royalty, Ed, with King Willie Wheaties. Ed's got so many chins he has to jack his face up to wash it. I know we're going bad and we're starting to slag each other, Ed.
That's the last reminder call you'll get for the segments tonight, I can tell you.
The man known as the Sentimen, Greg Williams, with the piano man, Elton John. And mixed marriage classics, Ed, Wayne Carey and Aussie Joe Gutnick. Robert Walls and Kevin Sheedy. Now that could be a cretin. And David Boone and Michael Gale. That's it.
The best of the lookalikes and the mixed marriages from 1997. Now, last week on the Footy Show, we had a very emotional scene when Bob Skilton came on and told us about 15 years ago when his son Darren was killed in a car accident, how he threw away all his football memorabilia and 15 years later really regrets that decision to do so. Well, during the week, we've had an enormous response. Before we explain exactly what's happened, let's look back on what Bob Skilton had to say last week.
Just I'm just curious, out of all the memorabilia that you burnt or destroyed or disposed of, is there anything in particular, I mean, obviously it was all pretty much treasure, but is there one particular piece or item that you wish you could have back?
Yeah, probably a South Guernsey.
Well, we received some fantastic phone calls. One from a guy called Dieter Hoffman, who in fact was behind Bob at the tip at Springvale when Bob threw all his gear away, and has a lot of the memorabilia which he wants to give back. But we've got some of the jumpers. Dieter didn't have a jumper. One from a girl called Zilla Shannon of Cheltenham in Victoria, who won Bob's number 14 in the Truth Brownlow competition of 1968. So she's donated it back to Bob, which is fantastic. Another one, signed and autographed by Bob, the famous number 14 from Heather and Skeet Atkinson of Brighton in Victoria. And I tell you what, this could have been Bob's first one. This one's still got the plastic numbers on the back. How old's that? It's a beauty. The old number 14, the Bloods jumper, and that came from Maxine Hammond from Brahma Lodge in South Australia. We really appreciate it. Fantastic stuff. Bobby, we'll be sending them down here during the week, so great news there for Bob Skilton. Speaking of jumpers, of course, Coca-Cola in their countdown to the finals have been giving a massive countdown right throughout the season. And tonight we're going to give away one of the very special jumpers. This one here, 2 days to go, as you can see. It has been autographed by both the Crows and the St Kilda teams. And ladies and gentlemen, we want you, this is going to be sensational, only 12,000 people in the draw here, to stand up, and under your seat there's a photo of Sam Newman. If it's under your seat, you get the jumper. You get the Coca-Cola countdown jumper number 2. We'll take a break. If you think all the bloopers happen on the Footy Show, check this out. Back with more from Melbourne Park right after this.
Doing that thing you do, breaking my heart into a million pieces, like you always do.
I slipped on my mirror. Ask anyone.
Sam, great day for trading, mate. Is there such a thing, Jack? You can open the door? Am I allowed to?
Well, certainly I do.
We'll do that.
Yes, Connie, as I speak, I'm on the outskirts of Ballarat, and behind me here are some hills. How hard is it to say behind me here are some hills and some going to come over? We're on the outskirts of Ballarat, and at any moment, over these hills, could come an onslaught of migratory inbreds and flea-ridden.
G'day, darling. What are you doing today?
I'm waiting for my boyfriend. He's just inside grabbing me some lunch.
Is he? Whereabouts? Kick!
What are you doing?
Oh, I got no. What are you doing? Kicker!
Hello, Doug. Are you sure you didn't want something?
No, you can ask her that.
He told me to ask him. No, ask her. This is the last time. Hold on.
G'day there, darling. What are you doing today?
I'm waiting for my boyfriend. He's just getting me some lunch.
Oh, whereabouts is he?
Just inside. Oh, here.
Need you right.
Would you like starting? Go, Ricky. Go, Ricky. Oh, can you do? I can't do that. This is just going to embarrass the shit out of me.
Hi, I'm Trent. Feeling a bit alone, refused to kick out. Why not call me for all the Collingwood set plays? Got oodles. Yeah. All right, thank you, Sam. That's enough, Sam.
Oh, I love doing this. I'll get paid to do this. This is fantastic.
Welcome back to the Footy Show, Grand Final Edition 1997. You heard the voice there of Chris Dehaney, of course, who sings More Than a Game. He's got a new single out at the moment too. It's called Can You Hear the Rain? As Molly would say, do yourself a favour, get hold of that one. Good on you, Chris. Let's hear it for Chris Dehaney and the boys down here singing the song tonight. Okay, let's talk Brownlow medals. What are you doing?
The bloke down there, I can't believe it.
Whereabouts?
There's a clown down there in a Adelaide hat and Crows jumper.
Stand up, mate.
You absolute moron. You are a dickhead.
Threatened.
Trev?
It's typical, isn't it? There's always one clown that spoils it for everyone else.
And who are you?
I'm your son.
Hey?
I'm your son.
You idiot, Jordan. You're my son. This is my son. He's a...
Your son barracks for the Adelaide Crows?
Now, you tell him... You reckon I've put you up with this? He's barracks for the Crows since their inception. I bought him all that stuff over the years. He got Tony Modra to write to him on his 10th birthday.
Jordan, can I ask you why, when your father played 300 games for Geelong, you barracked for the team that he despises, the Adelaide Crows? Yeah. Good
Sit
answer
down.
came from the crowd there. What do you reckon?
Sit down. I'll belt you to within an inch of your life when I get home. Which could be about next year, I reckon.
I'm going to say you won't have to worry about that, Jordan. All right, let's move on now. Let's talk about the Brownlow Medal during the week, boys. We've got a Brownlow medalist over there in James Hurd, of course. James?
Eddie, thanks for that, Jace. It was a, look, I thought it was a great night. I think it was one of the better Brownlows we've had, but the AFL probably didn't handle the situation as well as they could have. I mean, just the way Chris Grant and Robert Harvey were put into it, I didn't think it was great, but what can you do in a difficult situation like the one we had?
Well, look, last year they were bagged because they didn't mention Corey McKernan. This year they probably gave Chris a little bit too much prominence. But what about the actual voting capabilities? Trev, what do you think?
I think it's strange that when the AFL got up and congratulated Chris Grant on exactly what, do we reckon? Well, they're all saying congratulations, Chris Grant, and you haven't won anything.
Now, Ed,
what's going on?
And Jason, you're not leaving the panel till you actually say something, but this is the way they should have done it. And it was a good night, as Brownlow medals go. They should have read the last section of votes, round 22. They should have read Chris Grant's vote out first and said Chris Grant has now got 27 votes, but he is ineligible to win the Brownlow medal. The only two, because that's the way it worked out, that can win the Brownlow medal are Robert Harvey and Peter Matera. And then they should have got it out of the way and then gone on with it and said, and read out the votes and said Robert Harvey was the winner.
Well, I've got to say, Sam, for I guess one of the very rare times I do agree with you, I was disappointed the way the whole affair was handled. No disrespect intended to Chris Grant, but I thought Robert Harvey's a champion player. It was his night, and they detracted from his night.
James, do you think that they should change it now to just the best? Or, well, a lot of people believe, and I was talking to a lot of football people during the week who just said, no, it is the umpire's award, it is the best and fairest, or the fairest and best, just leave it as it is, and if you get rubbed out, that's bad luck.
I think that's the way it should be, Ed. It's an exclusive award, different to every other award. There are awards for the best player who maybe does get suspended throughout the year in the media. But the way the votes went this year, I think, was excellent. I think that probably the best two players in the competition got the most votes, and it did reflect the umpires did have something, or got something right.
Well, outside of the Footy Show awards, of course, the Brownlow is the most prestigious award in the caper. Hello to Jeff Kennett tonight. Sorry about that one, Jeff. Anyway, let's have a look how Sam Newman caught up with a number of people on Brownlow Medal night.
Right through here is as close as Channel Rex allows. If you were with Channel Rex, you'd get in, you idiot. That's as close places. That man there allows us to get the cameras to the 1997 Brownlow count. But the real competition has been out here in the foyer. I've never seen more magnificent looking bodies, and not on the footballers. Would it be out of order to say you look sensational?
Well, thank you.
We were drawn like a magnet to this magnificent looking woman. Can anyone get any better looking, Shane? That's what I wanted to know. You put on a bit since we saw you last.
Yes, I have.
Been in a good paddy?
I'm actually pregnant, Sam.
Oh, pardon me. I am sorry about that. How are you bringing tonight?
Well, I hesitate to tell you, but it is a man. Don't start, Sam, please.
Were you at the
I was.
ground?
Yes, I was.
Did you shed a tear?
I did a little. It's disappointing.
Nice to have women crying over you, mate.
Well, we cried out of our souls. I give you the mothers. 21 guys, teary-eyed, very emotional scenes.
To be perfectly honest, Lachelle, I'd shed a tear myself, because that was one of my predictions going down the gurgler again. Earrings, and what about, do they make underwear Chanel?
Oh, I don't know about that.
No, so you haven't got Chanel...
Not a G-string on, no.
G-string, my God, isn't that absolutely enchanting? Are you in the business?
Me, I do modelling, so I know a little bit about fashion.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much indeed.
My
Nice to
pleasure.
speak to you.
Have a nice evening.
Thank you. I've already had one.
Well, of course, we all acknowledge Robert Harvey as a champion of the game and a more than worthy Brownlow medalist. There's no doubt about that. Let's hear it for Robert Harvey, everybody. What a champion that he is. But we also acknowledge that the Bulldogs have had a shocking week, getting put out of the finals, of course, and Chris Grant has, well, he's been a fantastic player, and remember that the way he was rubbed out on trial by video, he ended up getting 3 votes. The umpires elected him the best and fairest player on the ground that day, only to go down on trial by video. So let's welcome the man himself, Chris Grant, to the Footy Show. And Chris, you might have missed out on the Brownlow, you might have missed out on playing a grand final, but tonight we can present to you the inaugural Dermot Brereton Award for the best player, or the best vote getter of a rubbed out player in the Brownlow.
Thank you, Eddie.
You have most votes of a player rubbed out, and as a result, the Footy Show are going to send you and your girlfriend away on a holiday. So congratulations, mate.
Well, some consolation, thank you.
Where are we sending him?
Not a bad little pickup. I think I'm going to have to start whacking blokes. All I'm going to have to do is worry about getting the votes then. You couldn't
No
do
chance.
that, could you?
No,
You couldn't do that.
whack blokes. The
You're
only
too
bloke
fair.
you whack.
You're too pretty.
Just get straight up. They do that. There's not a bloke you've whacked that stayed on the ground.
You are a puff nose. How can you
I'm
talk
a puff
about
nose.
aggression?
Can we just get the camera in on his nose and see what puff nose is?
Please.
Chris, we'll get back to Chris. Chris, what about the situation? How was it sitting at home knowing that you rubbed out? You couldn't win the award, you knew that, sitting in Williamstown, but as the votes went on and you knew you were probably a good chance to pick up votes in the last round, and you thought, I'm going to actually win the Brownlow, after last year missing out on the Brownlow when, in the last game, your great mate James Hurd over here picked up 3 votes, you picked up 2, and Essendon defeated the Western Bulldogs by 3 points on that occasion, so you're probably a bit stiff there.
Oh, I don't know about that night. You know, last year certainly, you know, James had a fantastic last round and obviously deserved the last 3 votes. Yeah, it was pretty difficult sitting at home on Monday night, and you know, we played Hawthorn in the last round, and I wasn't too sure whether I'd get too many votes in that game at all. And after Robert passed me, I thought, well, perhaps if I don't get votes, I won't have to worry about it. But unfortunately, I don't think I'll ever say that again. But unfortunately, yeah, I did get 2 votes in that last game, and it took me past Robert.
Now, Chris, I've got a theory that the umpires didn't report you. They had a look at the vision and they didn't report you. I reckon they kept giving you votes purely because you deserved it. Usually they drop off people who've been reported. I reckon they did it to stick it up the league in the end.
I'm not sure.
Well, Corey McKeown had the same thing last year, so it's not a whole new situation. James?
Chris, after the night, the Footscray guys seemed to come round to your place pretty quickly. Did it end up being a big night in the Grand household after the Brownlow?
Well, Melanie and myself are looking at
at having an early night, James. And unfortunately, the guys come around and spoiled the party.
Who was that? Who was you?
Melanie, my girlfriend Melanie.
Oh, Melanie, sorry.
Melanie.
Spider.
Yeah, has it been a tough week since the camp? Just the next few days after it?
I think so, Spider. I think we just had a disappointing weekend, and perhaps it was the icing on the cake for us. To go down to Adelaide after leading by so much, and then eventually come Monday night to really not be able to win the Brownlow Medal was a bit disappointing. But really the focus for me has really been the disappointment of not winning on Saturday.
Grandy, the press conference on Tuesday, I thought you handled yourself very well and really spoke excellently. Was that your idea, or was that your management's idea?
A bit of both, James. Yeah, John Andrews, yourself, and we sort of spoke the day of the Brownlow, just in case something did happen that night, and we decided that if I were able to get up and win it, then we wouldn't make any statement on that night. And I think the main reason we did that was because we didn't want to take too much of the focus away from Robert, and it was a difficult situation for me to be in, and I'm sure it was for Robert as well. And we thought that we'd just make a statement the following morning and let Robert have his glory.
All right, Chris, forget the Brownlow. What happened in the last 35 minutes of football for the Western Bulldogs this year?
I wish we knew. I wish we knew, Eddie. We've had a few days to think about it now, and it's been a really disappointing week. It's going to be a long 6 months before we play our next game and get a chance to redeem ourselves. But we've had a lot of the last few days to think about that, and hopefully, if it's a learning experience for us, we've seen over the last couple of years with North Melbourne and Carlton over the last couple of years, it's been more of a learning experience for them, and hopefully we can get up in the next couple of years.
Good on you, Chris.
Now, Grandy, can I just ask one more question,
Yeah.
Ed? It was reported after the game that Terry Wallace was disappointed with some of the senior players for the last quarter capitulation. Has anything been said along those lines?
Was it true, Chris, that he actually said to you boys, you were talking about...
Is that?
Is it true that the coach said after the game... Sam,
Shut up.
Don't encourage him. Is it true that the coach said after the game, you blokes were talking about getting tattoos after the season? Why don't you go and get a tattoo that we blew at 1997 on your forehead?
Oh, I don't know about the latter, but yeah, look, it was just a disappointing day for us, and I suppose in situations like that, when you're up against a side who's looking at playing in a grand final, and all of a sudden you start going down and the other side starts coming back, you want your senior players to be able to stand up, be counted, and unfortunately us as a group didn't stand up, and Adelaide overran us.
Well, last year runner-up, this year disqualified, next year, well, the world's his oyster again. Let's hear it for Chris Cant from the Western Bulldogs. And what we have here is, as a result of last week tipping on Sportsbet Den of the Crown, Sam got the winner in Robert Harvey, so too did Bobby Skilton and Graham Teasdale, and as a result we can donate to the Variety Club a cheque for $1,650. There you go. All right, we're going to go to the interchange. We want Spider to stay with us to have a look at the St Kilda side, which we'll be doing in a few moments' time. In the meantime, we're going to say, Hurdy, you can slip off and prepare for other activities. Jason, before you go, of course, is this the last time we're saying goodbye to you? You going to go to Channel Rex next year or what?
Oh, Eddie,
What would you do there?
I have no idea what to do there. Probably the same I do here, nothing.
What have they asked you to do? What have they asked you to do there?
They've asked me to do nothing, Sam. It's basically just all rubbish that you and Eddie have made up. It's ridiculous.
So you can say right here and now, officially, you're staying at 9.
I can't quite say that.
Why can't you say that?
I have no idea what I'm doing next year.
Well, why not? Why don't you stick with us?
Oh, sorry for not mapping out my future.
Ladies and gentlemen, we know that these two have a great go at each other. Let's look back on some of the battles during the year between Jason Dunstall and Sam Newman.
No problems with God's gift to warthogs.
My heart goes out to you, Sam. I was whacked at my front door once. Tell you what, don't upset the Mormons, whatever you do.
I was shattered when I heard. I mean, a lot of people probably thought I would be, overjoyed by the thing, but God, I'm a poor liar, aren't I? I've got to tell you, Sam, I laughed my guts out.
What are you doing there?
Piss off.
Now, I've had enough. Hey, I've just about had enough of you, all right? Now, that's fair dinkum.
Sam, we haven't really got onto the loss of licence yet. What happened, mate? Just drove around till you sobered up?
You want to hope they got short memories. They might never remember you ever again.
You keep it up and you'll be a memory in a minute.
I'll stand on this table, Ed, next week with a jockstrap on. If Collingwood beat Geelong.
Any chance of doing something that we'd be interested in seeing?
Well, wake up, Sam. It'll be okay. Look, Ricky Lake's starting. Go, Ricky. Go, Ricky.
It's an unfortunate thing for some celebrities. Some celebrities become that famous that they can't even go out. In fact, Sammy's become so famous he can't even go home.
How fortunate can anyone be just to be alive, really? That's about how it is. Is this Shangri-La? Have we died? Are we in heaven?
show, and let's hear it once again for Yotha Yindu and Manuel Yunapindu. Aboriginal players tonight: Chris Johnson, Michael Long, Shay Cockatoo Collins, Justin Murphy, Troy Cook, Michael O'Loughlin, Shane Bond and Peter Burgoyne. And our other players here tonight: Daniel Harford, Gary O'Donnell, Damien Moncur, Steve Phoebe, Stephen Tingay, Duncan Kellaway, Ben Graham, Daniel Chick. And how significant with the racial vilification laws really kicking in the AFL in recent times to see the two protagonists there. And to speak of Damien Monkhurst and Michael Long going hand in hand together. That's fantastic. That is what football is all about. Let's hear it for Yotha Yindi. Let's hear it for our footballers. And let's hear it for the end of racial vilification in sport. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome a couple of new panel members now. We've got Spider, who's sticking with us because in a moment we're going to be announcing the teams for the 1997 Grand Final. But from the Melbourne Football Club, their captain, and the great news is he is absolutely training the house down. He's getting over that back injury and will be back in town in 98. Let's hear it for Gary Lyon. And from the Hawthorn Football Club, voted during the week as the spunk of the year, let's hear it for Shane Crawford. Okay, let's talk grand final now. And Spider, it was a big night at training tonight. 12,000 people down at Moorabbin, and it was a fantastic atmosphere there.
Yeah, it was a great atmosphere, there's no doubt about it. Something we've never experienced before, and just running out onto the ground, it was just magnificent. It was just unbelievable. All the supporters there, you know, it was just magnificent. It was just something you can't explain.
Yes, there were sausage sizzles going on. And this is the haka. Tell us about this one, Spider, because at the end of the night, everybody put headbands on. Was that for your honour there?
Yeah, it was a rest in peace Spider kind of thing, I think. But no, we've done that a couple of times, and Hawley mucked up there. But yeah, no, we've done this for a couple of years, and as we said last week, it just pumps the boys up a bit and got the crowd behind us.
Certainly was. It was fantastic down there at Moorabbin tonight. And joining us in the audience tonight also one of the great men of the AFL. You have to say that now because he was the president of the St Kilda Football Club when they were the shockers of the competition. Now they're through to the grand final. Please welcome to the Footy Show tonight Andrew Plimpton, who's with us in the audience tonight. Good to see Andrew down on the front table there. Good on you, Andrew.
Hi, Eddie.
Andrew, congratulations. Good luck to your club on Saturday, but gee, it's a long way from the bottom to the top, isn't it?
Where's Bobby?
Yes, it is a long way.
Bobby.
What are you talking about?
Where's Bobby?
Bobby who?
Bobby Hammond.
Bobby Hammond is in Adelaide. Where do you think he is? Let's talk to Andrew first before we worry about sticking into the Crows. Worry about your son. He's barracking for them these days.
Would tell you to stand up, Prez, but you're probably taller sitting down.
Good cheek.
Well, Andrew, this must be almost a dream come true. Nearly a dream come true, mate.
Well, nearly a dream come true. Let's wait until Saturday night before we announce it a dream come true.
Good on you, Andrew. Thanks for joining us on the Footy Show tonight. Andrew Plimpton, the St Kilda president. Let's talk to a couple of the boys who are going to be playing. Unfortunately, the Spider will be in the stands with us, but one bloke who will be, and what a fantastic story this will be if the Saints can get up, because, as we all know, the Saints have only won one flag in 1966. This could be their second. In the first one, there was a bloke playing in the back pocket by the name of Brian Sirakowski, and on Saturday, there'll be a fella by the name of David Sirakowski in the ruck. Let's cross out to his Brighton home now and welcome from the St Kilda Football Club, David Sirakowski.
G'day, Ed, how you going?
Well done, David.
Thank
I
you.
mean, this must be something that you would have been dreaming of as a kid over in WA, that you could one day represent the Saints and follow in your father's footsteps and maybe win a grand final.
Yeah, look, I've ever since I was a little kid, I always dreamed about playing footy for St Kilda, and now that I'm obviously playing league footy with them, and to be part of a grand final campaign is just absolutely sensational.
Now, Dave, as it turns out, you're probably going to be the man who the side relies on to negate pitiful Pittman and Sean Wren. Have we got the handbook out to work out how to do it?
I haven't actually got the handbook out, but I've been speaking to Crackers throughout the week and a few other guys, Michael Green and...
Crackers, eh?
And yeah, Crackers, that's right. And a few other blokes, just make sure that I'm switched on and I know what I'm going to do once I get out there.
Dave, it's Gary Lyon here. Congratulations, mate, and good luck this week. What
Thanks,
about
Gary.
the fitness? You are a big, solid lad. Are you going to be able to run the whole game out in the ruck, or will we be sharing the duties with Brett Cook, perhaps?
Look, there's no doubt that I'll be sharing the duties with Brett Cook. as far as running the game out, I mean, I think my fitness is fine. I've been training since, you know, mid-October last year with Russell Green and all the boys, and my fitness is fine. This is a grand final. This is what we do all our pre-season for. So, you know, we're really looking forward to it.
David, did you grow up listening to your dad's stories about 66?
Oh, Dad really only tells me one story about 1966, and that was, he reckons he was best on ground, but I've seen the video a few times. I'm not really too sure about that.
Well, mate, good luck. Maybe you might be able to pull off that double as well. While you're lying there, sit back and relax, and let's have a look at the teams. And there are some interesting changes to both lineups for the grand final of 97. Let's have a look at the St Kilda lineup first of all. Coming into the side is Robbie Neal, who will obviously have a tagging role, and going out Matthew Young, who's injured his back, which is a tragedy there for Matthew Young, going out of the side, yet another injured player. From the back line, we've got Justin Peckett, Jamie Shanahan, Jason Cripps. The halfbacks are Max Hudson, Darryl Wakelin, Stephen Ziller. Aussie Jones, the All-Australian on the wing, Tony Brown in the centre, and Nicky Winmar, who celebrated his 32nd birthday today, and of course his father ill in WA, has plenty to play for Nicky Winmar. The half forwards are Jason Daniels, Stuart Lowe, Matthew Lappin. The forwards are Barry Hall, Jason Heatley and Andrew Thompson. The followers are Brett Cook, who of course came from Fitzroy last year, seemed to be out of favour early on in the year behind a whole list of tall players. Suddenly he's the first ruck in a premiership side, maybe. Harvey, of course, the Brownlow medalist, and Nathan Burke, the co-captain. The interchange, Rod Keogh, Robbie Neal and David Sirakowski. And the emergencies are Christian Bardsley, Daniel Healy and Shane Wakelin. But bad luck there for Matthew Young, and Robbie Neal comes into the side. Let's have a look at the Adelaide Crows now. In their very first grand final, only in their 10th season, it's a sensational performance, and David Pittman comes back from suspension, and former Collingwood player Brett James comes into the lineup for a grand final. Out, of course, Tony Modra, who's had his knee reconstructed this week, and Trent Orman-Allen, who came back from a broken jaw, only now to, of course, contracted glandular fever. So how unlucky is he? Let's have a look at the lineup for the Crows. From the back line, Kane Johnson, Nigel Smart, Ben Hart. Then we've got Simon Goodwin, Peter Caven at centre half-back and Andrew McLeod. The centre line is Matt Connell, Darren Jarman and Clay Sampson. The half-forwards Shane Allen, Matthew Robram and Chad Rantoul. The forwards are Rodney Jamieson, Sean Wren and Troy Bond. The followers, David Pittman, who comes in, Kim Costa and Mark Bickley, the captain. The interchange, Tyson Edwards, Brett James and Aaron Keating. And the emergencies are Brett Chalmers, Barry Stanfield and Simon Tregenza. Pittman in and James, Modra and Orman-Allen go out of the side. Sam, what do you think of the respective lineups? There's a lot of no-name brand footballers there for a grand final, isn't there? Guys who you'd never dreamed would have made it through to a grand final.
That is true, Ed, and I just would like to say, in all seriousness, we feel for Tony Modra, who we give a bit to, but he's been a fantastic player this year, and that would be an absolute tragedy, as it would be for Orman-Allen and the other young boy. Young? Yep. But Tony, we really do sympathise with you, a bit like Jason last year up in Sydney.
Well, he's won the Coleman medal, of course, and now he's out of the grand final side. Boys, first of all, Spido, are you happy with the side as it lines up for St Kilda?
Yeah, unfortunately for Youngie, it's one of those things. You know, you really feel for him getting omitted, obviously tonight, and you know, it really opens the door for Robbie Neal. I don't think he's played seniors for probably nearly 2 months. Would have been 8 weeks, and you know, it's just a very big opportunity for him, and I hope the 21 of them make the most of it.
All right, well, let's go back to Sarah. Sarah, you're on the bench at the moment. Do you expect to start there and just interchange with Cook and run it around that way?
Yeah, I think that's probably what's going to happen, Ed. Cookie started off last week and did a very good job on McKernan. And we, sort of switch about halfway through the first quarter and just take it from there.
Sorry, Sam?
Would it depend on who starts in the ruck for Adelaide? If it was Wren, would Cook start? And if it was Pittman, would you start?
No, I don't think it'll change, Sam. It's the way it worked last week, so there's no reason why it won't work again this week.
All right, let's go to Gary Lyon. Now, Gary, these two teams are the best kicking teams in the competition. They get the ball inside the forward 50 more than any other teams in the comp. Adelaide Crows got the best defence. St Kilda got the best midfield.
Yeah, I think the midfield is going to be one of the key reasons that perhaps I think St Kilda will win, Eddie. I think Harvey and Burke's ability to run hard from start to finish is going to be a handful for Adelaide. I just can't see who's going to pick them up. I see Jarman has been named in the middle, and Jarman on Harvey would be pretty interesting. One who's brilliant but spasmodic, and the other one is just a perennial runner. So that'll be interesting. Sirakowski and Cook's ability to get the footy to ground level is all important.
Croft, what about you, mate? You play in the midfield. How do you go against these guys? But let's have a look at the Crows first of all. Can you pick them off, do you think? Can the Saints do it?
I think Darren Jarman's certainly the key. But firstly, I'd just like to congratulate both sides on making the grand final. It's a fantastic effort. And
much
also
so.
the Hawthorn Reserves are in the grand final, so good luck to them. We've got a few supporters here. And also, Eddie, I do believe St Kilda will win, and I think the Norm Smith medalist will be Andrew Minnie Thompson, number 29.
For what
St
reason?
Kilda.
For what reason?
Because he does all the one percenters, he's worked really hard, and he won't let this grand final slip away.
Who?
Andrew Minnie Thompson.
He'll
Come
be
on,
the
Sam,
Norm
he was
Smith
St Kilda's
medalist, will
best
he?
player last week.
He'll be the Norm Smith medalist, will he?
There you go. You'll probably get him at 50 to 1 at Sportbook. I did. So a couple of dollars each
He
way.
has had an outstanding year, Tomo, and I think he kicked the first goal last week. Last week. So it'd be great to see him have a big one.
Trev, how do you think this game will pan out?
Oh, look, it's very difficult to say, although, the game's changed a lot, hasn't it? From the old Suburban League, of course, St Kilda taking on the City of Adelaide, and it's probably just as well it's gone outside the Suburban League, because I live in St Kilda, and having walked around the streets there for the last few days, I don't think we could really rustle up a team out of the suburb. although if we could, it'd be a tough team, but they'd probably be late.
Now, Spider, in your considered opinion, yours too, Gary, and of course yours too, Shane, would you think that Robert Harvey, the Brownlow medalist, they'll have to do something about him, just like maybe St Kilda will have to do something about a couple of the Adelaide key players, but what do you think they would do with Robert Harvey, the Crows?
Obviously, he'll be
Have
tagged.
you given it a lot of thought, mate?
Pardon?
Have you given this a lot of thought?
Well, I don't really play in Robert Harvey's position, I'm sorry, Sam, but I've actually helped David Sierakowski through the week and Brett Cook, hoping I can give them a lending hand. But my opinion is that I think Robert Harvey will be tagged and they'll probably use a 2 or 3 man rotation on him, which clubs have to because of the amount he does, the amount of ground he does cover.
Boys, let's go for some tips here. What do you reckon, Gary? Who's going to win the game?
I think St Kilda will win, Eddie, and win by about 26 points in the end. Quite comfortable.
Shane Crawford.
Well, Ed, I think, I the same as Gary, but I think they'll win by 27 points.
Okay. Sam, we'll wait for your tip for a few moments. In the meantime, let's thank David Sierakowski for being on the show tonight. We really appreciate it, David, and good luck on Saturday, and let's hope for your sake you can emulate your father.
Thanks very much, Ed. Thank you.
Be nice to drink with the Sirras, father and son, if they can get up the Saints. We'll go to the break and have a look at some of the big stories that have been broken on the Footy Show this year.
I read the news today, oh boy.
Carlton will run on to Optus Oval, but they won't be the Navy Blues. They will be the M&M Light Blues.
Really hits the heart and the soul of an Aboriginal person, being myself.
Do you think the board have considered sacking you at any stage this year?
I think there might have been a few on the board who have.
I thought, well, if I get caught, well, surely they've got to understand that I had a legitimate reason for this, so that when it eventually did come about, that if I told the truth, everything would be all right. And as it's turned out, everything is all right. I'm still alive, and I'm going to miss a big chunk of next year, but I've learnt my lesson, and I just, drugs in sport are not the answer.
Justin, can I ask you what went through your mind when you walked in after the game and there were the drug testers and they said, right, number 16, over you come, here's your bottle, fill it up?
Well, 2 things. It was after training, and I'm number 15.
15, rather.
So if they had said 16, I would have been right.
You're not taking the piss out of me, are you? They were doing that out of you.
Do you think the umpires are absolutely the wrong people to give Brownlow votes, and you were quoted as saying they're unqualified?
The reason why they are umpires is because they didn't have the ability or the courage or desire to become a footballer.
Oh, it's amazing the respect you get, isn't it, right? How are you, Doug?
How are you, Jacko?
Too good for you, mate.
Get any second thoughts about maybe retiring at the end of last year? You want to ever come back and play?
Second thoughts.
Was it your decision to retire? Did you make that decision, or
Thoughts, you said. Second thoughts. Yeah, that's how you rear
Well, most people know what I'm trying to say, Sam, out there.
Well, I would dispute that, Doug. I'd say most people have no bloody idea what you're trying to say.
Sam, I do know what he's saying because
Roger,
I played.
Do you think you could have played another year of league football, Roger? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
He has been fighting a debilitating disease called Meniere's disease, but of course we remember him and know him well as the Tiger. Let's hear it for Brent Croswell.
And Ron Barassi was a coach of yours. You used to play chess with him over the phone. That would have been an interesting...
It was one of the most boring experiences of my life.
Yes, the grand final of Almost Footy Legends, Trevor Marmalade with the top 10 skills.
Yes, indeed, Ed. Let's go to the vision straight away here. Let's go to Doveton Eagles v Mount Waverley Catholics. And full bounces by Alan Campbell here.
Has 3 bounces, has 4. Great shepherd from Scotter. He's dogged it. Great goal. The Eagles are home. Al Campbell pops it off. The captain coach with a marvellous goal. Everyone on the field is in there to celebrate that one.
And I think he's got a future as a commentator. We're looking for a big grab here from the North Wangaratta Hawk player. And very nice indeed. And came down a bit short too, I think, the boy there. Next we go to Myrtleford v Albury, and we're looking for a soccer goal off the outside of the left foot here. Oh, nice touch, beautiful. Bradley McPherson with the goal off the ground there. Good effort, Brad. MHSOB versus Mazenod. And we're looking for Stewie McMullen with the grab. Well done there, Stewie. That's what you call a hanger there, Ed.
Magnificent mark, that one, Trev.
All right.
We'll have you in the van, mate, next year.
Baldwin versus Q here, and we see the young player. He kicks the ball, marks his own kick, then plays on, swings onto the right boot, and all clear. Thank you very much. Lovely play.
Right half time, sir. He's unbelievable. This kid does everything.
And,
washes the jumpers.
He coaches aside and he dinks the rest of them to the ground. Yeah. All right, Euroa v Shep United here, and a big grab. Matthew Mills, the player there. And notice Matthew sent in his own mark. Well done there, mate. Greensboro versus Mummaruthi. And we're looking for the one-hander. One-hander there by Glenn Smithers. And very nicely plucked out of the, I think we'll pay that one.
He kicks the ball long.
And a big mark we're looking for here. And one to go on with there as well. That is
you like that in a local footy, don't you? The bloke who gets up and hates it and just gives him one to go on with it.
That's what you need. Bit of mongrel out there. Now we marks his own. Yeah, there we go. Kicks the ball, marks his own kick, and then puts it onto the chest of the player. And I'll tell you, I wish we'd have left that tape run because he actually went past with a handball and the full forward didn't give it to him. Look at that, beats his own kick in flight. And then lovely pass to the player on his own.
Trev, our winner.
Our winner for the skills part for the golf club, Stingrays versus Chargers. Is the mark there by Trent Crowe. Very well done, Trent.
And congratulations, Trent, for sending it in. Our winner of the skills for 1997 is Darren Summers. Not Daryl, but Darren Summers. Get it, Darren. Very well done, mate. Come on in. Congratulations, mate. You get all the hey jokes, do you?
Certainly do.
Yeah. Now, what did you hear the cameraman, or did you knock off the tape? What happened?
No, it's the cameraman.
And what are you going to do? You going to share the prize with the bloke who took the mark?
I'll see how good he is to me.
Well, you can have a one iron, you can have a two iron.
Well, it's a fantastic prize from our good friends at Sporting. It's the Top Flight Graphite Club's worth over $2,500, mate. Congratulations,
Thanks very much.
Absolutely fantastic. All right, Darren, take your clubs and get off the stage. No, good on you, mate. Let's hear it for Darren Summers, everybody. Fantastic.
Well done, Darren. He's off for a round.
Our Skills Award winner for 1997, Trev. Let's go to our major prize now with the big Ford Ute on display and ready to go for our Almost Footy Legends winners for 1997. Top 10.
Actually, the top 16 this is, Ed. We've just put them all in. Okay. The top 16 funniest legends as sent in by the viewers. Let's go and have a look now. First up, we've got the elephant kicking the soccer ball and lines it up, goes back and sticks the big foot into it. Very nice kick indeed.
A lot of people thought it was Mick Nolan, actually.
Absolutely. And a bit of footy action there from Thailand. Next we go to South Melbourne Districts versus North Kew. And we're looking for the stuffed kick out straight to the full forward and back over his head for a goal. And South Melbourne Districts went on to win that grand final, incidentally. You'll be very happy with that. Wanderers v Waratahs, and the man on the mark we're looking at here. And just to put off the player, you'll see him reach for the shorts and pulls out the wedding tackle. There it is. And shows him the agates. And it seemed to work quite nicely. Put him right off. So much for chewy on your boot there, Ed. All right, the big specky at the wedding got the garter tied to the football there, and not a bad leap in the full suit and the wedding clobber there. All right, here now we see the player, the Richmond player here, get the ball and go the wrong way. He's supposed to be kicking to the left of screen. He's been shepherded well by his teammate. Bardsley runs behind him. You're clear, you're clear, you're clear. Have a shot, son, have a shot. And he puts it through for a point. And then realises what he's done. Very well indeed. Next we got, well, we saw it there, the player going for the lovely bounce there, straight into the hands of the opponent. Now, wait, watching the kid go ass over here, bang, there he goes. Now, yeah, here it goes, ball comes over and thank you very much. Okay, watch this, handball straight to his opponent, who runs into the open goal. That is a sensational bit of play here. Let's just have a look at the replay. Handballs to his opponent. There he goes. And into the open goal. Now we're looking for a bit of a collision here, Ed. Three blokes go for the ball and no one finishes up with it. Oh, unbelievable. And completely poleaxed three blokes. Now we're looking for a hard but fair bump in netball. Oh, thrill. They'll get the crowd back in netball, Ed. As we see, but keep the elbow down. Nothing illegal in that, I don't think. Footy anyway. All right, now we're looking at the traditional rivals here. Swedish Helsingborg versus Danish Farum. Bit of an incident there. One of the girlfriends comes out to remonstrate with the man on the mark. And cop that. And they love their footy down there in Scandinavia.
Oh, they love it, I bet.
Now, coming number 5 here, goal umpire. We're looking for a legendary performance by the goal umpire. Signals a point. There he is. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Play goes on, back over his head, and signals all clear a goal.
Sure, he was in Adelaide a couple of weeks ago against Geelong.
In fact, I think he got relegated from that game to the AFL umpiring panel. All right, we're looking for a diving mark here from Sam, aged 4. Here he goes, eyes on the ball, and nice little grab by the tacker there. And very happy with himself too. That's the way to do it. Textbook, beautiful stuff. Now we've got the fullback kicking out here, kicks directly to the full forward, who then misses.
Oh, it's a shocking kick straight to Carey. He lines up for his first goal and misses.
That could go on all day, yeah? Straight to him, back he goes, easy as you like. And thank you very much. Now we're looking for a bloke here, tackled around the head, and the umpire comes in holding the ball. There's another Adelaide reject playing that one. We'll have another look at it. There he is, poleaxed to the head. Umpire runs in, it's on his blind side, directly to the front of the umpire. And pays holding the ball against you, pal. But our winner, here it is, and look at this for a rover. This bloke is a real terrier and pace. See the ball kicked downfield, looking for the rover there. There he is, and through shot. But he backs up here. Good second effort coming up. Good second effort, racing for the ball. There he goes again. Oh, he's got the ball on the string. Absolute sensational performance. And where's the umpire? No, that's fair enough. No, he burrows back in. Oh, he's everywhere. Fantastic stuff. Absolutely, and we have our winners on hand.
We certainly do, but before we have our winners on hand, let's bring on the magnificent prize. Let's see it now, driven on to centre stage here, the magnificent Ford XR6 Ute, valued at over $50,000 with Billy in the Ute there. G'day, Billy.
What a beautiful.
To present the prize tonight, I'd like to call on David Kettich, who is the brand manager of Ford Light Trucks. Good evening, David. How are you, mate?
Mate, thank you.
Magnificent car, that, the Ute.
Oh, it's a fantastic vehicle. Everyone who drives it just loves to drive it.
Yeah,
it's
of
a lot
course,
of fun.
and even better to stick your friends in the back, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Good on you, David.
Absolutely.
And our winner tonight from North Altona, who was able to donate that magnificent video with the dog running mad, was Scott Bratelli. Good on you, Scott. Congratulations.
Thank you. Fine, Scott. Congratulations. Thank you.
Scott, was it your dog?
No.
No, not your dog?
No, I was actually umpiring the game. Myself and my brother were umpiring the game.
Yeah.
And the dog just decided to run on the ground and go berserk. So,
Who had the video going?
my dad actually bought the video because we were umpiring the game. It was our first game umpiring together. And it was just at home. I had the flu. And I decided to clean the video cabinet out and I found the video.
Now, so how much did your dad pay for the video?
I got no idea. It's about 12 years old, actually.
What do you reckon, about $10 or something?
Yeah, probably.
$10 videos turned into a $30,000 car.
Fantastic.
Fantastic, I tell you
Absolutely
what.
fantastic.
What about that? Hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
Drive safe with the magnificent Ford. You happy with that?
I'm absolutely wrapped.
Good on you, mate. Congratulations.
No
That's
worries.
fantastic. Almost Footy Legends, a fantastic segment all throughout the year. Trev, well done.
Yes, very well done, and well done to everyone that sent in their legends throughout the year, and we'll be looking forward to them again in 1998.
You better believe it. Now, before we move on to our next break, we've got a sensational prize to be given to us, really, tonight. And I'd now like to call on Wendy Perkins, who's the Public Affairs Manager for Ford Australia. Come forward. G'day, Wendy. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Eddie. I think you must have invited me along to raise the tone of the show.
Yes, certainly. You've done that right away, Wendy. Now, what have you got in your hand?
I have here a cheque for $40,000 made out to the Trevor Barker Foundation, and we give it to you with our heartfelt wish that it makes lives a lot easier for the families of all the cancer.
Thank you very much, Wendy.
Thank you. And I'd now like to see you fold it up and put it in your wallet for safekeeping.
Yes, thanks very much to Ford and also to Channel 9 who are donating the proceeds tonight, and Richard Cameron from Australian Sports Media as well, donating all the proceeds of tonight's live show here at the Tennis Centre to the Trevor Barker Foundation. Good to see Melinda Croker here tonight, Trev's fiancée, and also members of the family. Good to see Melinda here. And also to Jack Barker and Trevor's mother also at home tonight. And how significant with Trevor Barker, of course, the great memory of St Kilda in the grand final this week and Sandringham winning the VFL final on the weekend. This goes to the Trevor Barker Foundation, which is going to hopefully build some holiday resorts or holiday homes, at least, for kids and families with cancer to go and have a bit of a break. So thanks very much, Wendy. To everyone at Ford, we really appreciate it. $40,000. By the end of the night, we'll make 70. We'll take a break. Be back with more Footy Show right after this. We're going to Adelaide.
It's more than a game. It's more than a game.
Welcome back to the Footy Show. Let's welcome our new panel members now. From the Geelong Football Club, please welcome Billy Brownlow. Tears in his eyes in the commentary box on Saturdays. He watched his beloved Bulldogs toss it in the last couple of moments. Let's hear it for 350-game veteran Dougie Hawkins. And while Dougie had a tear in his eye, the man next to him was laughing at him. Let's hear it for the kid himself, Dermot Brereton. Well, Derm, at the moment on stage, you're the only person here who's actually played in a premiership. You played in 5 of them. What is it like on a Thursday night, ready to go into battle for a grand final?
Fantastic. On the Thursday night, if you could get a crowd like that every night of the year at training, you would be the best trainer on the track in the league by far, and you'd win a Brownlow every year. It's just wonderful training in front of a crowd that size. There's no half-hearted efforts either when you've got a crowd that big at training.
Now, what about when you run out to play? What was going through your mind in those days? Was it just single-mindedness that this is the big day, you're on centre stage, let's do it?
Very little that does actually go through your mind.
Exactly.
I still struggle to remember anything that I was actually thinking thinking along the lines of at that time of the day. You can't remember it, but it is the best feeling in your life to actually, well, just about, to run a couple of laps and you feel like you're running on air. The noise of the ground hits you from all parts and actually lifts you off the ground. It's wonderful.
Billy, just before we talk about the grand final a bit more, today, Gary Ablett retired from football. What's the reaction down in Geelong?
Well, truly a sad day, not only for Geelong supporters, but I'm sure supporters out there, because probably one of the greatest players ever to pull on the boots at Geelong. And just got a couple of stats on the great man here. 248 games, Sam.
Those stats?
Yeah, sorry. 1,030 goals. Leading goal kicker at Geelong 9 times. Coleman medalist 3 times. In 1984, in his first year, he won the best first-year player. Runner-up 4 times in the best and fairest at Geelong. 1989 Norm Smith medalist. And who would ever forget that highlights? There he is.
Good on you, Gary. Good to have him here too. And not only that, but yeah, Gary Abbott, what a fantastic player. And also during the week, well, yesterday, in rather unsavoury circumstances too, with Greg Williams getting the Please Don't Come Monday letter from Carlton. Then it was retracted. It's been a bit messy down at Carlton. We believe they're going to fine Anthony Kurtafetti's $2,000 because he was on the Footy Show last week without a brand sponsor on his jumper, even though we had it on the week before on Barb. And of course, the Steve Silvani dramas continue. How do you think about Diesel Williams there, Doug?
Well, I think, Eddie, Diesel, in my opinion, I felt he could have played one more year. I think it's very, very sad to see a champion go out that way and retire, particularly after being rubbed out for those 9 weeks. And to finish that way is very, very sad. I mean, 2 Brownlow medals. In my opinion, a great player. And I'd love to see him play one more season with Carlton, particularly with Justin Madden being out of the side now as well.
The only trouble is, Doug, he retired yesterday.
Yeah, well, good luck to you, Greg, and I hope things go well for you.
And I believe they're retaining Gary down at Geelong, Bill, for some sort of public relations duties. What did you think they'd have in mind for him down there?
Oh, an ambassador, actually, Sam.
An ambassador?
Yeah.
What did
well,
they
I'm
think
sure
he'd be ambassadoring with?
I'm sure if they're trying to recruit a young recruit to the club, they'll just send Gazza out and he'd come back with a signature on it, you'd think, wouldn't he?
You think he would?
Yep, I suppose he would. Yeah,
All
all
right, well,
depends where the bloke was.
Let's move back to the grand final now, and of course Adelaide are in it for the very first time. It's a fantastic effort, finishing in 4th position on the ladder this year. They've had the home finals, of course, but then they came across and knocked off the Western Bulldogs. And earlier tonight, because obviously the boys have got to get to bed reasonably early tonight, they're flying over at 9 o'clock in the morning. Sam and I caught up with the captain and vice-captain of the Adelaide Crows, Mark Bickley, and a man who's played he played in the very first Adelaide Crows game and is now in a grand final in Nigel Smart. Let's hear it for the boys. Geez, boys, it must have been a big week this week building up to the grand final.
Yes, it has been, Ed. There's been a fair bit of excitement over here, obviously, and it was pretty euphoric after the game, and we worked out we were going to be in there, and then it started to sink in during the week, and now we've prepared pretty well, and hopefully just waiting for the big one to come around.
Well, could I ask either of you, Nigel, is this the biggest thing that's ever happened in South Australia's history?
Yeah, I would think, talking to the people out in the street, they're certainly very excited that we're playing a game like this. It gives the state something to look forward to, like they haven't had much to look forward to in the past. And certainly people are very excited about it, so it is.
And would there be any danger that any of the Port Power fans are behind you?
Actually, I reckon they're all supporting us.
I think there's taken on very much a South Australian versus Victoria feel about it, and I think most of the South Australian people, even though if they do follow Port, would perhaps have a soft spot for the Crows being a South Australian team.
Well, boys, both of you last week were the springboard for the Adelaide side to get up and knock over the Western Bulldogs. First of all, to Bix, you really lifted it was probably the second half of the third quarter and then continued in the last quarter. And of course, Nigel drifted down to half forward and really got things going down there as well.
Yeah, well, I had a fair bit of improvement to do, Ed. I didn't have a big first half, so no, it was just a matter of the whole team lifting, I think. We just started to get our hands on the ball and started to win the one-on-one contests. And once we did that, and we had a few focal points like Nigel and Darren Jarman up forward to finish off for us. It made the job a lot easier.
Well, Nigel, you took some great marks in that last quarter. Would one of them been as good as Lee Colbert's the week before?
No, that wasn't a mark at all, but no, Lee Colbert did probably take one of the best marks I've seen for quite a while, and it was unlucky the umpires didn't actually see it.
Boys, can I ask you if Sam's been a motivational factor for any of the players?
I think he's more motivational for all the supporters over here rather than the players. We tend to take Sam with a pinch of salt, and
I'm glad you said salt.
No, it's all a bit of fun, obviously, and I've spoken to Sam a few times when I've been on the show, and you know, he's a closet Crows supporter, I think.
Could be a closet, lot of things. And we noticed Pitiful Pittman's in, of course, and Sean Wren jettisoned the mattress he had strapped to his leg in the last quarter. That's a sign of the times.
Yeah, I think he got a bit sick and tired of wearing it and was a bit frustrated with Scotty Wind and took it off and then started to run around pretty freely. And I don't know whether he'll play with it this week, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Boys, you fly out tomorrow to Melbourne about 9 o'clock, then you've got the grand final parade, and of course, then all the festivities are out of the way. You'll have one last training session. You must be just dying to get out there on the MCG on grand final day.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing. You do have a pretty big week, and the parade over there obviously will be a lot of fun, and we'll look forward to that. But once that's finished, then just get about your business. Like our routine is we train at the Junction Oval on Friday night, so we'll be doing that. Then we'll sit down and have a meeting like we always do, and then, you know, work out how we're going to beat St Kilda, and then the big day will hopefully take care of itself.
And I think Bobby Hammond won the toss for which side gets onto the ground first. I think it's you boys, the Crows. Would this be a preference? Obviously it would be, because he won the toss and he decided to put you on first just to get acclimatised to 100th thou.
Oh, we need to get on the ground first. It was a strategic decision to try and win that toss and run onto the MCG and get the crowd behind us early, so we certainly get a good start.
And Nigel, will you be having the head buffed just as a special treat for the crowd?
Actually, I might get up extra early and give her a close shave and shine it up so I stand out on the ground, mate.
And I think we should say, sorry, just before we finish, I think we should say we're very sorry to hear about Tony Modra in all seriousness.
Yes, it is. It's shocking, that. And, of course, the boys obviously going out to play for Mods. Before we go, Mark, you've got a big couple of weeks coming up as well, the grand final and a new huge business venture over there. Geez, it'll kick things along if you can get a grand final up.
Yeah, that's right. I've got the franchise for the AFL store in Adelaide. It's at the Westfield Shopping Town in Marion, so it'll be good to have a win and win the flag, and no doubt that'll be very good for business in the first couple of weeks.
One final one to you, Bix, as well. Grand final captain, the first one would just be fantastic for you. How are you going to beat St Kilda?
I think, you know, with Wren and Pippin, they're two pretty handy big men, and I think if we can get those guys on top and we can make the most of that and get it out of the middle, I think that's a big start. And our defence has been good all year, so, you know, they're probably up against the best forward line in the business, so it's going to be a real shootout. If they can beat, you know, the best defence on the best attack, it'd be it's a pretty good game to go watch. So hopefully our defence will win and we'll get our hands on the ball first in the centre.
And Ed, it's a pity they couldn't have got some red tulips to put in amongst the yellow and blue flowers. That would have been the flowers in the colours of the Adelaide Crow to make you absolutely vomit.
There you go, Bix. You'll have to go just pick up there on your flower dressing behind you there.
Knocking the house. How's that?
So, mate. Well, Bix, good luck, mate, and thanks for all your help on the Footy Show during the year. And to Nigel Smart, congratulations, mate, on being one of the original Crows getting through to the first grand final. It could be a very historical day for you. Let's hear it for Mark Bickley and Nigel Smart from the Adelaide Crows. Okay, boys, so let's have a look at some of the major matchups now. And the first one we want to have a look at is Brett Cook from, of course, originally from Fitzroy. And let's have a look at the stats. 24 years of age, up against Sean Wren, 26, 195 centimetres to 203, 32 to 91, 7 goals to 36, and final 6-1. With Sean Wren not only getting a start in the major stats there, but also as an absolute star player. And he really threw off the mattress, as Sam said last week, and got going.
Yeah, well, look, this matchup will obviously take place. I don't think you can put Pittman into the equation. He'll have to play down back, I'd imagine. Keating will be the relief ruckman for Wren, but Cook's a good scrapper. Hawke, you played with him at Fitzroy.
Yeah, Dermot, he's a big, strong lad. He's got a very big heart. He may lack that ability compared to maybe a Wren and Pittman, but the big concern, if he does struggle, the fact is that Lowe may go into the ruck, which will leave the centre half forward vacant, so there's a big worry there.
He's got to get the ball going, he's just got to get the ball going with a big hit out going over the centre half forward line, going Adelaide's way, just basically clearing the other 6 players in there.
Sam, you played 300 games as a ruckman centre half forward, a bit like what Stuart Lowe has to do. How important is it in the big time, in the big finals, for the big fellas to really fire up?
Well, it is of absolute paramount importance, Ed, and people say that ruckmen don't play much of a part in this game these days because the two things that haven't improved in the game are the umpires and ruck work. But I'll tell you what, if you see what McKernan did And Wren did against the sides in the finals by thumping that ball, as Dermot says, 30 or 40 metres. The demoralising effect that goes through the side on the receiving end of that, because they've got to play catch-up football. They have to second-guess what the opposition are doing all the day. And if Cook competes, that's all Stan Ellis would want him to do, just compete with McKernan and nullify him to an extent. Compete with Wren and nullify him to an extent would be what Elves would be hoping Cook and Sirakowski could do, because they won't actually take him to the cleaners in any stretch of imagination by playing in the ruck.
Okay, let's have a look at one of the other matchups. Who's going to get Robert Harvey? That's the big question. Who can stop the Star Saint? We've gone for Andrew McLeod, and as you can see, they're pretty well matched up in the height department, but games 178 to 59, goals 107 to 47, finals are only 5-3, but you have a look at the Swinburne University stats, the big stats that everyone uses, and Robert Harvey gets 13 hardball gets on an average, 15 receives, so he gets the hard ball, then he runs off and also gets the receives, and averages 13 effective kicks and 10 effective handballs for 23 effective possessions every week.
He's amazing, isn't he? He is amazing. And look, you can't equate it straight out to if he receives X amount, that team will win. But if they can limit him down to 20, that is a good result for Adelaide. I don't reckon anybody, though, can run 4 quarters with him,
Well,
Billy.
yeah, they'll have to gangbang him, Dermot, and they'll look at Costa, they'll look at Bickley, and I'm sure they'll look at McLeod. So one bloke just can't do it because he does run and run and run all day. Dougie.
Yeah, what Billy was trying to say, they're going to rotate a few players off, of course, Harvey, and they're going to get Costa.
They're going to gangbang.
Costa probably. Costa probably. Connell and of course McLeod, but it'll be a great matchup.
And we're looking forward to a few of the other big ones, Derm. What do you think is going to be the matchup? I mean, we've got Nathan Burke probably and Mark Bickley, Stuart Lowe and Peter Caven, and Jason Daniels and Darren Jarman. Is there one particular area of the game that St Kilda have to be on top of to win, and vice versa for Adelaide?
Yeah, look, it's the young Crows that got them into the game out of the centre in the last quarter last week. They won't match up to the standard of St Kilda's on boards. But the interesting one is Jarman. Who will go with Jarman? They gave Cripps the job last week on Roberts just to run with him, and he's not a super dangerous player, so obviously Cripps needs a job to play well. He's the kind of bloke you send out there and say, do this for the team, and he'll do it properly. I've got a feeling they might run with him. If not, maybe Jason Daniels for Darren Jarman.
Last time they played was round 15 at Football Park. On that occasion, the Adelaide Crows got up by 10 points, but these two teams are completely different now. There are 7 changes to the Adelaide side and 5 from the St Kilda side who played that day. Bill, who's going to win the grand final of 97?
Well, I just think St Kilda are going to win very easily, Ed. I think Adelaide have played the grand final last week. They've played 3 very hard games to play in the grand final. St Kilda are just on fire and they will win easy.
They win the Saints, go marching in, they will just win the grand final. Go the Saints!
They've totally won me over, the Crows. I think they've been fantastic, so much so that I reckon they can be within striking distance at the 15-minute mark of the third quarter. From then I predict a 9-goal St Kilda win.
Molly Meldrum very happy down there. Good to see Molly. He fainted last time St Kilda won, so let's hope Molly can stay up on his feet. Interesting that, speaking to Kevin Sheedy today, he thought that the Adelaide Crows with their big man strength would win and win easily. Sam, who do you think will win?
Well, I see it a little differently from you, Dermot. I reckon if the Crows, in all seriousness, get away to a good start in the first quarter, and they have Jarman and Smart and Wren performing, and they kick accurately, I reckon they could only get beaten by about 50 or 60 points. That's, I just want to say this, Ed. This is not a letter, but this is pretty good insight. This is from a young lad called Trent McIntyre, whose father sent this in on the 6th of May. Yep. This is a footy book, right? He did a footy book, and that's it there. And on the back, this is what he did. On the back, now can you see that? He had 1 and 2 Crows and St Kilda playing in the grand final. That was in 6th of May.
Pity about Fremantle, Richmond and Carlton, though.
Well,
but, anyway.
but that's not bad, is it?
That is fantastic, yeah. Fantastic, Sam.
Riveting.
Well, geez, I thought that was pretty good, and the league have brought these out, Ed. These are, they'll be handed out to, there's 70,000 of these to be handed out. These are in the club colours in case it rains, and it's meant to.
Okay, good on you, Sam. All right, and with that in mind...
What else you got?
You shouldn't have done the joke about the chins before. I'm not going to help you anymore tonight, okay? We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the best of Street Talk and this week's Street Talk and our grand final edition of the Footy Show player review. That's all still to come right here on the Footy Show, live from Melbourne Park with 12,000 people.
the Woof Woof for Footscray has been, for Western Bulldogs, has been so successful that a lot of other clubs are following suit.
Oh yeah, what are they doing?
From now on, after a goal, the Geelong supporters will be yelling meow, meow, meow. The North Melbourne supporters will be yelling. The Dockers supporters will be downing tools and going for a smoko. And the Adelaide Crows supporters have been discouraged. And it's a great night at the panel tonight. As we talk about football brains on the panel, we've got Bickleys, Buckleys and none.
This is Josh Wooden. And this is Nicholas Stone.
I'm very glad Brett Hetty wasn't a new arrival. The other relationship's over. I heard you. I heard you were a bit crushed. The Footy Show video, there it is. Let's have a look at the caption above Sam's head. It says, "Stillwell Ford, we put people in front of cars." Sammy, his legs held together by a couple of screws, which is in direct contrast to his life. I was talking to Russell Gilbert recently, Dougie, and he said that he actually saw your last game that you played for Fitzroy, and he said in the last quarter you actually put your hand down your own pants, and it was the only touch you got all day.
To miss his talent, you would have to be blind. Christopher Langford, you're one of a kind.
I just wanted to say to any concerned viewers at home, there will be no poem about Tammy Van Wisser. I know you're not supposed to laugh at your own jokes, but I've never heard that one before.
Trevor Marmalade in fantastic form, as usual behind the bar. Trev.
Yeah, well, how long did that highlights package go for? 1:40. That was a good year's work, wasn't it?
Fantastic year's work, I can tell you that. Well, one of the most controversial incidents we had on the Footy Show this year was when Sam decided to pick up the phone and let the fingers do the walking, and he rang up a young girl called Joanne McDonald in Adelaide. Well, of course, given the fact that the Crows are into the grand final and they knocked out Sam's Geelong, it's only fair that we go across there, and only fair that we have Sam's, well, our second Sam, Andrew, starting in the starting blocks there tonight too. You there, Andrew?
Yes, I am, Eddie. How are you?
Very well, thank you, mate.
We're just kicking things off over here at Joanne's place, just gearing up for the final this Saturday against the Saints, and I've got a bit of an old loser sitting next to me. We won't tell you who it is just yet. He's reading a Crows mag, just catching up on the latest goss, working out what's going to be going on this weekend. Who are you?
Hello, Sam. Good to see you. Welcome to Adelaide. You've come to pay me the $10,000 you owe me, old son.
God love us, you stupid old prick. Now listen, KG.
That's me, Sammy.
What's that shirt you're wearing? Just fill us in a little bit.
Do you like
on
that,
the
Sammy? That's what you call egg on the puss. You know, it all came about because of this, Sammy. Hold this.
What's this?
Week 1, West Coast will bury Adelaide. Wrong. Week 2, Adelaide have no chance against Geelong. Wrong. Week 3, the Western Bulldogs will wallop Adelaide. Wrong. Win or lose, we made it. Sam, you idiot.
You stupid idiot yourself, KG. I don't need that rubbish. I want to say to you that Adelaide have a problem playing in Melbourne, especially in the grand final. They've got no one except Jarman who's played a grand final. What hope have they got, you idiots?
We've got the big pussy, Sammy.
I don't want to talk to you. You can go and get lost. Let's keep moving right along. Now, Sam, I know that I've been doing a lot of stuff concerned with Adelaide last week and this week as well. You might think I absolutely hate them, but as a matter of fact, I don't. And if we can just get this off here, we'll show you my true identity, who I actually support. Have a look at that. Yeah.
Andrew.
Yes, sir.
You're starting to annoy me. Now, Andrew, is the atmosphere, is the town abuzz, agog over there as we speak?
It is agog, Sam. Everyone's just keyed up for a big finals game. They're just trying to shoehorn them in, as you would put it, into the grand final. And of course, I'm not the star of the show here tonight, Sam. Young Joanne is. I'm sure you'd be keen to say a few words to her, so we'll go over and have a chat to her. Joanne, how are you going?
Good.
And have you got anything you'd like to say to Sam? What would you like to say to him with Adelaide in the grand final this Saturday?
Sam, you are an idiot. You can't tip for peanuts. I mean, honestly, you're just a bad tipper, and no matter how much you try, the Crows are going to win no matter what you say.
No, my tips haven't been good, Joanne, I'll be honest. and I won't go on with that.
Trev.
Now, Joanne, what's going on? It's supposed to be a party. Come on, break into Dad's grog cabinet, spin the bottle. Come on, let's go. Which bloke do you want to pass off?
Trev, she may as well go on with me because, well, she's about the right age. She probably isn't young enough.
Joanne...
Trev. My advice to you, Andrew, is impersonate, don't emulate.
Yes, I won't do that, mate.
Sam,
I'll get myself in a lot of hot water, Trev, if I did that. I'm perfectly happy with a healthy mind, healthy body, if you know what I mean.
Now, Joanne, you've got all your very close friends there. You're going to gather for the grand final there, or are you actually coming over again?
No, I can't get over there, so I'm just going to sit in front of the TV with my friends and watch the Crows win.
And your dear old dad too, will he be stumped up there with you?
Yep.
Yeah, you will. And what's Ken doing? Is Ken and the other... are you coming over, Ken?
I'll be over there, Sammy. I cannot wait for Saturday's big game, Sammy.
All right, let's hear it for Joanne there, Andrew Stutton, and also Ken Cunningham over there in Adelaide. It's going to be a big week of football. We'll take a break. When we come back, it's the Players' Review, 1997 style, on the Footy Show, live at Melbourne Park with 12,000 screaming fans.
If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship remains. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is. So here's the story from A to Z. You wanna get with me, you gotta listen carefully. We got M in the place who likes it in your face. You got GFMC who likes it on a easy beam. Doesn't come for free, she's the real lady. And as for me, how you'll see, some of your body's
guard against extraterrestrial violence. But yo, we ain't on no government list. We straight don't exist, no names and no fingerprints. It's all something strange, watch your back, cause you never quite know where the MIBs is at. And
Here come the men in black, Galaxy defenders. Here come the men in black, they won't let you remember. The men in black.
let me see you just bounce it with me, just bounce with me, just bounce it with me. Come on, let me see you just slide with me, just slide with me, just slide with me. Come on, let me see you take a walk with me, just walk it with me, take a walk with me. Come on, and make your neck work. Now freeze.
Here come the men in black, they won't let you remember. Here come the men in black, they won't let you remember.
Welcome back to Melbourne Park, and what a sensational players review. Let's go through the lineup once again, and let's introduce the Space Girls. And from right to left, we have Damien Monkhurst, Ben Graham, Brendan Gale, Peter Spider Everett, and Roland Roccacelli. What about these smooth dudes from No Mercy from Hawthorn? Let's have a look at them. We have Jason Dunstall, Shane Crawford, Daniel Harford, and Tony Woods. And what about our baby Tiger Cubs over here? The Hansons, Nick Gaffey, Chris Bond, and Matthew Richardson. All right, ladies and gentlemen, they're saving the world. Let's hear it for our men in black. First of all, we've got Lance Whitnell, Adam White, Daniel Chick, Duncan Callaway, Matthew Hogg, Mark Graham, Matthew Francis, Michael Mansfield, Justin Madden, Mark Richardson, Darren Hume, James Hurd, Mark Porter, Stephen Phoebe, Lee Newton, Sean Smith, Richard Osborne, Lee Walker, Stephen Patterson, Mel Michael, Josh Money, and Stephen Tingay. With so much football and theatrical talent on display, let's get a dose of the real world and look back on Sam's Street Talk 97.
What other words did you learn at school this year besides crap?
More.
Who?
More words.
Yeah, what more words did you learn?
I can't say them.
Go on, tell them, we'll bleep them out, we'll go beep, go on. Give us your best one. Would you like to sniff me? Play with me, Stamen.
No, thank you. No, I hear other people play with your statement.
Are you sure you haven't stolen a tea cosy there?
I made this.
Did you?
I sure did.
Shouldn't there be a hole for the spout to come out of?
What, your spout?
I'm coming on the footy show. I'm coming on the footy show.
You're coming on the footy show?
Yes.
Gee, we'll have to get some... You're coming on the footy show? I reckon there'll be about 200 others with you.
What do you think about Mr. Busy at the tribunal? Could you have a message for him? Could you say something, Mr. Busy?
Yes, I'm busy in here.
Oh, you're busy here? That's a very funny line, you know?
Yes, yeah, I'm busy in here.
You're
yes.
busy here?
Yeah, yes.
Very good. Are you a Brisbane, you're not 13, are you? You're a Brisbane Bears fan?
I'm
You're a Brisbane Lions fan, are you? Do you know the Brisbane Lions?
No, I just come from, hang on, I just gotta ask my mum where I come
Where is
from.
she?
I'm an Essendon man, mate.
And what's your name, mate?
Lizard, mate.
Why would they call you Lizard for?
Oh, I'll show you, Dougie.
Oh, you must make it plenty happy with that, wouldn't you?
Oh, I love it, mate.
Just one more with that camera. Look at it roll out, beating him away. 8, 9, 12 inches of oh, it's a monster. It is a monster of a tongue.
How you going?
I f*** you.
Just say hello to the men.
I don't know, I'm
And what do you like about the footy show, sir?
Just about everything, mate.
The weather?
The weather. The weather. That's what I cook me chook in, the weather.
I meant to say the temperature. The weather.
Put this hat on here and do YMCA. I don't know if you look like someone, right? You ready?
Right.
YMCA. How's everything going?
Work ở rào, lúc ở rào. Visit some city. Visitor.
Hi, are here.
Visit.
Hey, hi here.
Hi. Yeah, how are you?
How are you?
Yeah.
You're a lovely looking woman.
Thank you very much, and so are you. Bye-bye.
Same lovely looking woman. Oh, that's fair enough. Say polka dot.
Polka dot.
No, polka dot.
Polka dot. Polka dot. Saturday across to the pub. Polka dot. Polka dot.
We'll sneak up on one of the real Port Adelaide men. How you going there, mate?
You're into self-abuse, are you?
Hey?
You're into self-abuse.
Oh, lately I've been giving it a fearful pounding. Now, this is the real hub of what might go on outside the courts. Madam, you must watch...
I'm not a madam, sorry.
I beg yours?
I said I'm not a madam, thanks.
Madam?
No, I'm not. I'm a fella, like you.
You're a fella?
Yeah. Don't want me to prove it to you, do you?
Sam, I'll bear my bum on this track if he wins this race.
Oh, I don't think we've got a wide enough lens, mate. In a girl, good. In a boy, disturbing.
Sammy, Mama, I got you this. Oh, Sammy. I love Sammy.
Harvey, I am resigning. All right, now, I'm going into therapy.
And there it was, a walk down Sam's memory lane. Trev.
Sam's memory lane. I wouldn't go down there on a dark night.
We'll take a break. We'll be back with the last segment tonight on the grand final edition of The Footy Show.
Lights, models, guest list. Just do your best, darling.
God, look, I thought we'd never start at one stage this year. Had tears running down my legs about June.
It's just a group of guys getting together, following a basic game plan, and it's pretty much making up as we go along.
I think, Justin, you've got the Cross Your Heart jocks on. Your butt, or did you have an arse double for that?
It's Jason's face.
Hey, you're going to pull my pants up now, maybe, don't mind. I've been there and there the whole time.
You are a fabulous, wonderful individual.
Absolutely special, Dern.
And he just went bang. Wake up, Ron, this is exciting.
Sammy's a good man. I think I'm a bit old for Sammy, but it's okay.
You worry about that. As long as you're standing erect and breathing, you're a chance. He looks at the writhing couple on the floor and he said, "Val!" He said, "Good God, woman, what are you doing? Arch your back and get Norm's agates off those cold tiles."
You know what I like about their humour? It's really clever. It's really sort of... It's almost intellectual.
the year's most anticipated premiere television.
Soon comes the editor's cut of the latest drama to hit the football scene. Young Eddie Sky Channel develop his media skills under the guidance of that old Jedi, Trevor.
Use the stats, Eddie. Use the stats.
Gee, that's a hardball get if I've ever seen one.
He'll never get his own show this way.
Meet Sam Solo and his alien friend, Chew Dougie.
Chew Dougie, take over the controls. I'll check the engine.
You idiot. Laugh at the antics of those lovable androids, C-3B Brownless and R2 Dunstall.
Hurry up, Chrome Dome.
Watch as they defy unimaginable odds.
We're surrounded by monstrous aliens.
See Eddie Sky Channel go head-to-head with Draft Vader.
You call that a weapon? Pig's ass! These will kill ya!
The action never stops until a final showdown.
And watch out, Footy Show. It's yibbita-yibbita time.
Only one word could describe today. It's special.
Thank your mother for the rabbits.
Footy Wars. You'll never know what hit you.
That man there, Andrew Fife, is the man who draws the cartoons and comes up with the inspiration every week on the Footy Show for the last 4 years. Let's hear it for Andrew Fife. What a fantastic artist he is. Go on, Andrew. Outkick yourself as usual, mate. Well, we're just about done for season 1997, unless there's a draw, and then, I don't know, I don't want to think about it. Anyway, before we go, a few people we have to thank, particularly the people who work on the Footy Show: Harvey Silver, Ralphie Horowitz, Drew Whitehead, Cos Cardone, Des Dowling, Jane, Amanda and Joe in the office. Yeah, David DiGio, editor, Gary Newman, our director, Andrew Fife, I mentioned, Stephen Clark and George Underwood, our cameraman, Roland Roccacelli has been sensational all year, Richard Cameron, Ian Johnson, more importantly, all of Sam's doctors and legal advisors. Congratulations to them. Of course, our fantastic public. Jeremy Cooley does a great job during us, doing all the warm-ups before the show. To all the crew, who are the best crew in the entire television world, there's no doubt about that. They win every leg in the caper, the 9 crew. The champion data and Swinburne University for the stats, Peter Sullivan for the band, and most importantly of all, to our sponsors, Crown, the magnificent Crown, and Ford, who of course weigh in all the time with all our prizes. To Crown and Ford, thank you very much for everything, boys. Before we get everyone's tips, good luck and good health to the field umpires on Saturday. Hayden Kennedy and Mark Nash are having their second grand final, and Brian Sheen umpiring in his 6th grand final. The boundary umpires are Alan Cook, Daniel Gooch and Andrew Wheeler. The goal umpires are Rod Davies and Mark Powell. Let's hear it for the men in white. Come on. Just before we go, for our friends in Adelaide and Perth who might want to join the Footy Show Unplugged later this year, in Perth it's the Burswood Theatre on those dates, Sunday the 30th of November, Monday the 1st of December, and in Adelaide at the Barton Theatre on Thursday, Theberton. 4th of December and Friday the 5th of December.
See you
They're the
later,
bookings.
Mouse.
Make sure you get stuck in on the tickets are selling very quickly there. We'll see you later this year. Boys, before we go, Trevor, your tip for the 1997 Grand Final.
I think St Kilda, I'll go for 11 points, St Kilda.
Spider Everett, why is your team going to win?
Oh no, they'll win quite easy, and I just hope everyone out there gets a little bit of red, white and black and really pump them home this weekend. They'll have a magnificent day.
Billy Brownless.
Yeah, actually, I don't think this is going to be a close one. I'm starting to swing towards the Crows. I think they might go all right.
Doug Hawkins.
Well, I'm a bit with Billy. I think it's going to be a very tight game, and I think the Crows can win too, but I'm with you, yeah, on that one. Yeah, it's a very tight game.
I'm actually swinging as well, Ed. I think, who's playing? St Kilda. I think St Kilda by about 45 points this time. Come down a bit.
What's happened in the last half hour that's made the Crows firm up as favourites? Let's go to James Hurd for a bit of sense.
Well, not these two idiots. Of course the Crows can't win. St Kilda with their midfield and forward line will romp it in, Eddie.
All right.
Go on you, James.
Yeah, as I said before, St Kilda by 27 points and the Hawthorn reserves. Premiers.
Jason, I hope this isn't your last words on Channel 9, mate.
No, the best of good things, St Kilda, 8 or 10 goals, Ed.
Melbourne captain Gary Lyon.
Yes, I think St Kilda quite comfortably. Eddie and Robert Harvey will cap off a magnificent year with the Norm Smith medal.
Let's hear it for our panellists in 1997. And finally, we asked him before, but for the last word on the 1997 Premiership, I, by the way, Sam, think that St Kilda are pretty good things, but by around 18 points, it's going to be a tight one. Your last word on the 97 season.
Well, I wouldn't even bother giving it another few minutes. Best part of that bloke is still running down his old man's leg. It's been a big year, Ed, and I had a similar experience to Jason, and I think it can be epitomised by this. Jason got home, found his missus in bed with a midget. He said, I thought I asked you to stop cheating on me. She said, at least I'm tapering off. And that's the way I'm treating the rest of the year. I see Mouse from Mouse Productions will be over there as well, Ed, later in the year. And it's been a very big year, and I want to thank you and everyone else, and it's been great to be on board, Ed.
Good on you, Sammy. Let's hear it for Sam Newman. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed the Footy Show 1997 live from Melbourne Park here. To finish off tonight, we have got a music exclusive. Molly Meldrum is going to fall off his chair. We're breaking music stories tonight. Good luck to Molly, by the way, his beloved Saints. Good luck to the Crows as well in the 97 Grand Final. Let's hope it's decided by skill and courage and great play and not by umpiring or injuries. But our music exclusive tonight is that our band, the Hunters and Collectors, are going to break up. They are disbanding. This is the very start of their farewell tour to finish off the 1997 season on the Footy Show. Let's hear it to Mark Seymour and Hunters and Collectors.